And the only reason I want to talk about the game plan is I get to mention Max Jazz Games, and the only reason I'm happy to mention Max Jazz Games is I get to mention the word Kung Pooby, which you could be playing right now. Your gaming week is sorted with Kung Pooby, available now on the iOS App Store. Kung Pooby! It looks better than anything made in Roblox. The game plan is where we can look at the games that come out this week so you can plan out your week in video games. Let's take a look at what's dropping this week, starting off with Days Gone, which is coming out on PC Tuesday the 18th. Ride and fight into a deadly post-pandemic America. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Players Deacon St. John, a drifter and bounty hunter who rides the broken road, fighting to survive while searching for a reason to live in this open-world action-adventure game. I read that as like, it's searching for a reason to live, comma, in this open world action game, but the way they've written it out is it sounds like searching for a reason to live in this open world action adventure game. It seems like, why was I here? Why am I not in just a puzzle game? If Days Gone is not your scene, then SnowRunner is coming out on PC, on Steam, and on Switch on Tuesday the 18th. Get ready for the next generation of off-road experience. I didn't even realize we were out of the last generation. Drive powerful vehicles and overcome extreme open environments to complete dozens of challenging missions solo or with up to 3 friends. If you want to do something solo, then Aerial Knights Never Yield comes out on Wednesday the 19th on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, S, and 1, Switch, and PC. Survive a futuristic Tokyo-style Detroit. A Tokyo-style Detroit? Tokyo-style is a style?
You're looking at it.
Is that a thing? I'm looking. Yeah, there you go. This is Tokyo style in this 3D runner that tells the story of Wally, who has uncovered the evidence that could change his city forever.
Tokyo style game world, Wally.
Yeah, Wally, with a dope-tastic soundtrack featuring the authentic sounds of Detroit artist. My God, there's a lot of things there to pass. Elite Dangerous Odyssey comes out on Wednesday the 19th on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Windows. Elite Dangerous Odyssey is the second paid expansion for Elite Dangerous. Frontier Developments has described it as their biggest update yet and a defining moment in the history of the game. A defining moment in the history of the studio that developed The Wild Heart is coming up, because The Wild of Heart is coming up on Thursday the 20th on Xbox One and PC. A mysterious hidden realm, 2 precocious kids fleeing hardship, magical creatures, and an oddball order of guardians who have lost their way. A Stygian evil imprisoned. Welcome to Deep Woods. My God.
Tokyo-style forest.
Reunite a broken Detroit.
I remember I used to, when I started out in TV and production, I guess, I worked for a company who did a lot of like development of movies and TV shows, and I was responsible for putting together a lot of first drafts of log lines, and that's exactly what this is. It's like, sum up the entire experience in one sentence. How many cool words can you fit in there? Knockout City is coming out on Friday the 21st, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Team up and duke it out with rival crews in Knockout City, where epic dodgeball battles settle the score in team-based multiplayer matches. Throw, catch, pass, dodge, and tackle your way to dodgeball dominance. Miitopia, if you want to dominate your friends and dress them up like some sort of weird priest, Friday the 21st is when you can do that on the Switch. Star in a hilarious adventure alongside your friends and family. Cast your friends, family, or anyone you choose in a comedy-filled adventure to bring down the face-stealing Dark Lord. Create and customize Mii characters, assign them roles, and watch them come to life. Laugh along as your best friend and dear old grandma team up in the fantasy adventure of a lifetime. Why are we saying old on grandma? We know grandma's old. We don't need to, like... Yeah,
not in medieval days,
yesterday,
mate.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah, you used to get grandparents at 21.
Yep.
When yesterday I was walking through the park and we saw this woman. She was doing something just a little like strange. And I was like, "Look at that!" I said, "She's a strange old woman." And then my partner was like, "You could just say woman, like just because she's an old woman, like it's not important."
You could have called her Dennis.
Like, yeah, that's a really good point.
I couldn't know she was called Dennis.
You didn't bother asking, did you?
And then the final game coming out, Rust, is coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. Previously play the PC-only game. The only aim in Rust is to survive, overcome struggles such as hunger, thirst, and cold, build a fire, build a shelter, kill animals, protect yourself from
overcome oxidization,
players,
enhance your wang.
Enhance your wang.
Wang. It's a busy week.
So it is a busy week. Angus, what's on your playlist for this week?
Look, I know where you guys think this might be going. And obviously, I had my fun with Miitopia. Do I have any desire to go back and play anymore? I do not. I still haven't finished the demo, if you want to call that finishing it, because you can play the demo and then that'll carry off across into the actual game itself. But yeah, I got my fill there. I would say the one that jumped out here would have been The Wild at Heart. I love that art style. I really wanted to play a couple of weeks ago. One came out where you're a girl on an island, bears, ghosts. Cozy Cove looks similar in that regard, like art style.
It's boring.
It's boring, yeah. I heard that wasn't great. I saw reviews that just said not fantastic. This looks a little more action-focused in terms of, running around, reacting to little enemies, but a bit of cool RPG elements. I love the art style. Kind of reminds me of... Was it Knights on Bikes? I think different studio, but had this cool kind of like I want to say indie Portland style art style or Portlandia art style. I just get that vibe from this.
Such a good Portland is such a good reference for what this is.
It literally does look like it's from like the top of America, kind of that Seattle style rainy indie art. Like I don't know. That's just
everyone's got a cool hat.
Yeah, everyone's got a cool hat with a hoodie over the top of it. So yeah, I'll give this a go. And this is coming out only on Xbox and Windows, I believe, at this stage. So, but we don't know if it's Game Pass. It'll be, I assume, so it's a paid-to-play game. I assume that with every Xbox exclusive launch these days. I just assume that, like, is it free first?
Yeah.
Can I have it for free first? But it does look like something that'll find its way onto a Game Pass as well. Is it, and Humble Games, are they part of the Humble Indie Bundle as well?
That's it's being published by Humble.
Yeah, right. Another reason that I will just see what the price point is, because they often go down to your delightful pay what you want to.
Chat says it is on Game Pass. So
it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zed
cool.
Craze
It
is. Really?
Zed Craze says it's Game Pass, and I believe Zed Craze. I will follow Zed Craze to the grave.
That sounds like a bad rap album, and I'll buy that too. But yeah, I want to play this. What about you guys?
You kind of tipped mine. Yeah, you kind of tipped mine a little bit because I definitely like the art style on that one. But the other one, and I'm just getting that list back up, is Knockout City. I played Aerial Knights Never Yield, and I'll probably check it out again, but I wasn't quite keen on that. But Knockout City, the dodgeball multiplayer game, I remember this getting announced. I want to see how dodgeball really translates in a multiplayer kind of game. It's basically a shooter, right? Like you're just shooting with one bullet at a time. But if it's got some cool power-ups, if it's got some cool, it looks like it has some really fun movement. The style of it is a little obnoxious. Everyone's drinking like energy drinks and
it's definitely like playing to the Splatoon crowd.
I was going to say more bleeding edge by the looks of it, kind of thing. But
maybe it looks a bit more bleeding edge, but it's definitely a kid-focused game. It's like everyone's drinking their Slurm and catching the train into the Tokyo Detroit city.
Oh yeah, those Portland-style hats.
The train is a very important part of Splatoon for some reason.
It is.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
He's actually right. Yeah, you're right, Nick, about the idea of jumping on this like in the first week when maybe it'll have the most players as well. Beyond a couple of weeks, if it doesn't pick up to be super addictive, then you might have a bit of trouble finding a match.
I wanted to play
the cool thing that I...
Sorry, go ahead. This is your pick.
I was just going to say, the cool thing that I like about it is the idea that you're kind of working together as well as a team, so that you are you can throw the ball at the person, but you can also throw the ball at a teammate to catch it and like outmaneuver, which is cool, and loads of again, the art style's not necessarily my favorite. It's not terrible, but there is tons of customization, it looks like, involved in as well. Peter,
they kind of quietly had an open beta for this. The weekend that we went camping, Gus, and I installed it on PC and on Switch, and I didn't have any reception to play it anyway, unfortunately, while we were away. But I then went and looked at some footage of like gameplay, and it does look like it's got some cool team stuff going on. And I'm totally keen to check this out as well, Nick. So maybe we can play some together.
Well, it's teams of 3, isn't it? I mean, well, we can definitely sign up to make a Knockout City League.
If Nick and I matchmake, we'll probably find someone.
I was going to say that's probably that's the best.
Forget that memory. Also, I'll just say
going to point out this. No, you go.
You might have the same fact. The developers of Wild at Heart, who are Moonlight Kids, tweeted out that the game is coming out on PC, Xbox, and Game Pass.
I thought you were going to say they also made Knockout City.
And to clarify, the developers of Moonlight Kids, the Moonlight Kids is the name of their company. They are not children who have developed a video game.
But only in the light of the moon.
So it is coming to Game Pass. That is what I was going to say, which is great, which means I'll definitely be checking that out as well. Peter, what tickles your plan?
I'm going to purchase at full fare Days Gone on PC with no intention of playing it. But so that PlayStation see good sales figures on Steam and start releasing The Last of Us on Steam maybe after a month of it being exclusive to the PlayStation console. Because I
thought you were going to say so they start working on that sequel.
I don't want consoles, but I need them. And if I only have to wait a month for exclusives to come to PC eventually, this is my pipe dream 10 years down the line, where Sony are like, yeah, we can make a bunch of money on Steam. Let's put it on that. So I'm just this is my investment in the future of Sony putting the games I want to play out on PC quickly.
By buying the games that you don't want to play.
I'm not going to play. Will he find his
How many games would you buy from them before you go, I'm going to give this up as an endeavor?
Look, I have Horizon, so 2. If it hasn't worked after this one...
You don't have Death Stranding?
I don't have Death Stranding on PC. I play
Death Stranding.
It's a pretty awful game, so I'm probably not going to, Gus.
I will say that Days Gone is really the only PlayStation exclusive or PlayStation in first-party exclusive that didn't really hit for me in a very long time. So if they put anything else out on PC, it's probably going to be a very good game. So this is the one where I'm like, it's a weird choice for you to put out, but there's definitely a reason why you're doing this as opposed to like God of War or like all your other good games. But I agree. Start putting them out and make them support widescreen. You give me all your games in widescreen. That's where I've got a 3080 sitting in this, and the most it does is runs updates for GeForce drivers. That's the most work it gets at the moment. So give me
or it runs some beautiful looking big black bars on all your non-widescreen games. It pushes out the darkest blacks on either side of your games.
Subnautica is the thing giving it its biggest work out at the moment, and it's pretty easy. Evil Spyboy in the chat as well said Knockout City is a good option for crossplay testing. Gus on Switch, Nick on PlayStation, Pete on PC, and Steph on Xbox because it's launching with proper crossplay.
Yeah, awesome.
Which is a good.
It does make me just want Roll of Champs even more though. By the looks of it, the more I watch that footage.
Yeah,
isn't that funny? I felt exactly the same way. Where I was like, look at this game where you can just jump around and go wherever you want and do whatever you want. And I was like, but what I really want is the one where you just go around in a circle.
Yeah, like this is like, again, I think I love having Splatoon, and hopefully Knockout City is really good as like and it sounds awful, but like baby's first shooter. It's like, it's nice having younger skewed games that have a similar skill set to a Call of Duty, so kids don't feel the need to have COD just to play that kind of competitive shooter style game.
Yeah.
So I love that this exists. I love Splatoon for that same reason.
Totally.
So yeah, cool. If there's more of those types of games in that space, sick.
Yeah, you're totally right. Like, Splatoon is such a fun game, and all the fun of playing a shooter and none of the like horrific violence. So yeah, it's a good option. Let us know what is on your game plan, either in the comments here, in the reviews on the podcast page, or on our Discord, which you can go to backpocket.gg, find all the info to all those links so that you can follow us and tell us what you are planning on playing this week.